Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss a case which is based on the assessments of assessees other than such assessees under section 153C. The broad concepts of making assessment under section 153C is that first of all, the assessing officer of the searched person will make a satisfaction note that some incriminating material does not belong to the searched assessee, but it belongs to some other assessee, and then these documents will be handed over to the assessing officer of the other assessee which is not searched. And then the assessing officer of the other assessee prepares the satisfaction note that these documents belong to his assessee. This is the complete procedure. Now, the limited issue before Delhi ITAT in the present case was that if the assessing officer of non-searched assessee prepares the satisfaction note, but the assessing officer of the searched assessee does not prepare the satisfaction note, then in that case, whether the jurisdiction under section 153C will be completed or will be satisfied. This issue has been taken by Delhi ITAT A bench in the case of Bhushan Finance Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, and this case has been reported in 114 ITR Tribunal, short notes 51. The date of the judgment is 21st August 2024. The present case relates to the assessment year 13-14 and 14-15. There was search on one group BSL and its group companies. Some incriminating material was found relating to the assessee which was non-searched assessee. The assessing officer of the BSL group handed over this material to the assessing officer of the other assessee. But in this case, the fact was that the assessing officer of the searched assessee didn't prepare the satisfaction note, but the assessing officer of the non-searched assessee prepared the satisfaction note, and after recording the satisfaction, the assessing officer of the non-searched assessee issues notice under section 153C to the assessee. The assessee wrote a letter to the assessing officer that my return filed under section 139 should be treated as return filed under section 153C, and the assessing officer made addition on the ground that the assessee's explanation as to the claim of long-term capital gain was not satisfactory, and the assessing officer made the additions accordingly. The CIT appeal also upheld the order of the assessing officer. When this matter was before the tribunal, the assessee took a ground that this assessment has been completed without having the jurisdiction under section 153C because the assessing officer of the searched assessee handed over this material to the assessing officer of the non-searched assessee without recording the satisfaction note. In simple words, if A is the assessee on which the search is made and B is the other assessee, then the mandate of section 153C is that the assessing officer of both A assessee and B assessee should prepare the satisfaction note. In the present case, since the satisfaction note was not prepared by assessing officer of A assessee, but it was prepared by the assessing officer of B assessee, so only on this ground itself, the whole assessment was held bad. Friends, this case is again a perfect example that in law, if some procedure is there which is to be followed and that procedure is not followed, then the proceedings are said to be null and void. So we should see in our assessment proceedings and in our appellate proceedings that if there is any flaw regarding the procedure which is to be followed by the concerned assessing officer, then those procedures can help us, the assessee, in fighting their income tax proceedings in a very handsome manner. At the end of this video, once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Bhushan Finance Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, and this case has been reported in 114 ITR Tribunal, short notes 51, and the matter has been decided by Honorable Delhi ITAT A bench on 21st August 2024. Thank you, friends.